Hello everybody, today we're playing Standard Brawl with Adelbert Steiner. It's a 2-mana 2/1 legendary creature human knight with lifelink. And this creature gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control. I'm playing Voltron in Standard Brawl. We have a couple challenges when we're going to play this archetype. When we talk about Voltrons, especially mono white, it is the ability to put as many resources to a creature and win through that method. What makes our commander have that type of scaling? Well, it has two factors that you want in this archetype. First is lifelink, so it can outrace the opponent. We hit them for quite a bit of damage, and we gain the life back. So we can also take damage in return from our opponent and win the race. And the second is our commander scales. It gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control. One of the disadvantages of playing full equipment deck is we have a little bit too many equipment, and we just don't have the mana to equip it on our commander. So we have a couple combinations with our commander. We have quite a few one-drop equipments. We have the best ones because we can play this at turn 1. We're a monocolored deck, and usually in our turn 1, we play either Screlv or one of our equipments so that our commander comes in immediately with a +1/+1. Second, are equipment spells. Probably one of the big ones is Leyline Axe, because if it starts in our hand and we are running it standard in standard brawl, it's more likely we have the Leyline Axe in our opening hand. It comes in and we just need to equip 3 and makes our commander hit quite a bit and have double strike. I do have to say, all stars in these deck are our swords. They're just very good. They help us twofold. First one, they protect our commander from interaction. For example, Sword of Once and Future. Very good into blue and black. Blue has a lot of transformation spells. Black has quite a bit of removal. Red has a lot of removal as well. And the second effect is we can, against monocolor decks or big creature decks, usually the Sword of Forge of Frontier is very good into green, as we can go through the opponent. Red also has quite a big strong dragons. We can also now bypass it because they get protection. Protection means we not only don't take damage, but we also, the opponent can't block with them. It's a pretty, these tend to be the best swords. As for creature side, we have from this set the What Mage Staff and Dragon's Lance, as they not only are the creatures in case our commander dies, but they're also creature themselves with job select, so we can equip on these creatures in case our commander dies. We also sometimes have really good utility creatures like Zack and Cloud, able to search for our equipment. Guardian of Nubenalia has Indestructible on her own, so in case the opponent plays a removal spell, we can just discard a card. Are very good options. Removal is important, but also ways to bring our commander back, as we're going to need that. As our commander, we're going to go for a Voltron list, and if he dies, we want to bring him back. And the other creatures, if they die, we can also bring them back. Our curve is quite low on our creature portion. Finally, as for in-game, we have both Elspeths, legal in Standard Brawl, Archangel Elspeth, as well as Elspeth Stormslayer, to not only make creatures, but give our commander flying, which can help us close a game. All right, let's see how do we do with Adelbert Steiner. Against Clive. It's not bad, but we don't have protection. It's the only thing I would say. It's not that great. But we do have the red sword. We're able to equip it. That'd be good. Lands at least gets us closer to the Mechanist Arsenal. Thank you. Gets removed is fine. We can recommission. We can do that for 4, right? So I am planning to the sword here. Plan is the sword and then get him back and equip. But we'll see, depends on what what he's playing next turn. I can play you, which is not bad. You are a human. I'm just equipping the sword on this guy, to be fair. No rush. You have a shock? It was a shock I don't have to deal with later. Yeah. So yeah, that was my fear if I played the other card. So we do want to land. If we draw land, it would be great. We don't. Let's ossificate. I can bring back my commander. Just job select here. Two, they draw 4. They draw 4. Let's say they draw a removal spell. And no blocks. Okay. I can go here for 2, and I do have Parting Gust. All right. Deal with you. Got a land, so we can't play the axe, but we can play the authority. They will have a blocker for next turn, but we can always Rogue's Passage. It's fine. Problem is they have another removal spell, and that would be annoying here. That's what recommission is here. Wonder if they hit or keep as a blocker. Cause I'll equip. We can do you. We can equip. So let's do it here just in case. You're back. Again in life. Maybe once the block is fine. We have Merrick's. Oh, I had another land. Ooh, that's a big no there. I could have even played the heirloom. That's my bad. I forgot you could do it twice. Alright. It is unfortunately not a legendary creature. Have to pay. What is that? Sure, Planeswalker. Does have protection from red. Yeah. You can attach that, but they don't have haste, right? So I can go you. I can give it haste and trample, which is what I want. If I go you, I can attach that sword. I have to pay 4, which is fine. Oh. Let's get the sword. Huge. Probably Portal is the only thing that worries me. Even if they make a fish, I have trample. One, two, three, four, five. I need quite a bit more. Discard 2, you draw 2. Do need a little bit more damage here. And so this is 8. And this is not, yeah, this is enough. Alright, GG's, we had enough for the hit. And the value of the swords. Monocolor decks will have a pretty hard time against the swords. We have the 2 in Standard Brawl. We sent our commander to the graveyard because it was going to be our recommission target. But once the opponent destroyed the sword, we had other alternatives. GG's. We have no protection worries, but I think we mulligan. And mulligan again. Alright. Which one? Thank you. They did go second, which is a problem, but not much we can do about it. Probably lost GT instead of that guy at that point. We can also go you. I do want the counter. I'm gonna protect myself from a bolt. Vivi's a problem, but we don't have anything for Vivi. So if they have it, they have it. Go for a hit. I assume we can make him not block. Our other option is Elspeth, but it's gonna die. We can also go for a double strike hit. That is a 2 with 3. 3. That's quite a bit of a damage here. So let's go for it. Can do 6. So this needs quite a bit here. All right. I can go for 2 counters here and get him out. Then we need to wait. Opponent has a crazy board wipe. That's the hit. 6. Yeah. That's a 1 here. Yeah, there's another. We can make him spend everything. What else he does? He can spend more. We'll see. Depends on how much he wants to commit. Unfortunately, he didn't draw one of our protection spells, which is quite devastating to this matchup, but just gotta make him have it. Super weird from their part. So we have a 2, so I'm most likely playing you. But I can do that later. So that's it. If I go for a hit here, I can also untap later. So I think we're going for the damage here. I think we can pay 3, right? Now let's go here. All the mana we can. Let's play you. Question is, do we go now? We can pay the mana if he wants to counter us. And make him have it. He needs to specifically have... Yep, I have it here. Untap target land. That's why we save our counters. So Brawl needs... So we save all our counters. I'm willing to spend all the 4. He has another ability. We do have to do the math here. I believe I have lethal. I believe I do you. That's 10, 11, 12. No, it's not lethal, right? Oh. Keep going. And we're gonna spin our counters here. Oh, we got there. We're gonna get the Elspeth, give him flying, and hit him for 10. And we get 2 extra counters. Well, 10 and 14. Oh, we had lethal that way. Yeah, we had 10 from here and 4 from here. GG's. We have interaction, we have a blue, we have a green, which we need. I think the only thing we would need is land. I unfortunately think it's more important for us to deny him than for us to advance. So we have to stall. Let's be man efficient. You get transform, it's not the end of the world. You can sort it. That's one more turn for that. It'll take a while. At least we do get to hit. Nice chance to block. This is the last chance to enchant my commander. We can't do it next turn because that's counter magic territory. Yeah. Let's play you. We can play another land here, so we can name human. Play you. And you do get the fish, which I don't care at this point. We can give trample. Alright, so +1 plus oh. I have to think how much. I have 10 here. I don't have more. Can we just go for the hit here? Block with the fish. Alright, huge. I do think I am dealing with you. You have vigilance, you're annoying. Casey plays a rebuke. Can bounce. But we can give our commander haste. Now you say, hospital is not going to be surviving. That's not enough. We had quite a few options there because we had the hero's heirloom. And we could call a surprise. This is one of the few that can return untapped. So we could equip quite a few. I believe we had 7, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could just re-hit. GG's. No protection into white. We do have the good sword for this matchup. Yeah, that worries me. But not much we can do. We have to just bite the bullet here. It just gets destroyed. I imagined. We had nothing into it. Unless we waited for 4, which I'm not gonna do. But are the owl? Oh. That does not hit. Okay. That's one removal he wasted. Alright, make him have it. I am going to proc here. Let's say you had an extra. Nope. You did not have an extra. Let's keep going. Is it equipment removal? Oh, he did have the removal. Alright, cool. I mean, we have to deal with Yuma. That's the problem. We can play you and equip. What do you do next turn? I don't really mind too much. I can make the flyers. I can make the flyers, but I can't equip, so it's not that great of a play. The Season of Burrow deals with you. I can get him back with Indestructible. Alright, let's get him back. I can get counters, but now let's deal with this thing. Draw your card. Indestructible. Not the best, but at least I can block. How much is this? 7? I'd like to go for you, but I do need it to give trample. If we go for this hit, I am losing the Elspeth. What can we do? We can exile you. We have 2 options. We can either exile you. If we do that, we can do both. He gets it tapped, unfortunately. So I'm willing to do this route. Let's no attacks. Give us an insurance policy here. Get counters. We can block the token now. We can't deal with the Yuna, but we have flying. Does put the counter on all the creatures. Do I give him the card here? Think we wait for the trigger. And he goes. Alright, that's good. That's a good card to have here. But I don't think we need it now. I could give the other counters, but let's make more blockers. See what we draw. Okay, I'm definitely having protection from hexproof. It's more important than Skrelv. We have 7, 6. One more land. We can ley line. Okay, the blockers. Alright, I think at this point we can protect you. But we can ley line here. And yeah, we have 2 options. We give the counter. I think this forces it just better. Go 20. This forces blocking for sure. Say we draw another land. Okay, we have extra lands. I have 22, 9, 9 and 5. We are close to lethal. There are one we can get in it, but I think it's fine. Yeah, something interesting. Let's go. Here we use our commander pretty much as As an insurance, if the opponent has a way to destroy Zack in the first turns because we didn't have a way to get him back, we just played him. Sword removal. The opponent had quite a few. We have also protection spells, either through Zack himself, equipment that give hexproof. We also have Plaza of Heroes, and a couple of finishers. As you can see there, we use both Elspeth, give flying, which helps going for lethal. Advantage of our commander here, he has lifelink, so we were able to outrace in these type of scenarios, but the other creatures still work well. And in case we're exampling to control, we have Mirrex to give that creature the equipment. GG's. For the post-game wrap with Adelbert Steiner. I like this deck in Voltron. Our commander does solve the big problem that Voltron tends to have, is either a creature's not strong enough or we don't have lifelink. We solve those issues, but we do have to protect our commander or have ways to bring our commander back in case it gets removed. It does have the disadvantage that even with a couple spells we can give indestructible, there are edict spells in black that can bypass that, so we don't have to rely heavily on our commander. We still have other good creatures that we can pay for cheap. Our commander only costs 2, so we need to pay him even once. It's not the end of the world. As for good equipment that impressed me, I would say Los GT is just quite good. I really like to keep, especially in the blue matchup, I like to keep the counters in case I need to pay that mana for a bunch of counter spells. Quench abilities are pretty common in the format, so being able to untap that land, or in case I don't have enough lands, I can just pay the counters after combat and play my Planeswalker. And of course, Dragonfire Blade, even in monocolored, is just good enough. Equipping for 3 is not that expensive, and I can play on a turn 1 the equipment. And later on, having that protection from monocolored is very useful, especially into, I'm saying, the entire field. A lot of the removal are monocolor. For example, in white, they are very powerful monocolor removals, so having hexproof is very powerful protection. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Down below, what are your favorite commanders from this set? Thanks for watching.